Yeah.
Which is too bad. That's alright, though. Ah, fucking fruit flies.
Yeah, we've had some flies in our house that we can't seem to get rid of. Anytime we let the dogs out back,
They just run. They fly right in.
swoop right in.
Tristan, what's your mic looking like right now? Is it quiet? I just need you to sound off or do something so I can.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I think that was
I thought it was beautiful.
Okay,
that
get
was
out.
good.
Get out. Ouch,
All
ouch.
right. Let me just ping Ricky.
The Rickmeister.
Yep. Yeah, I gotta. Well, the recording has started just to get preliminary things out of the way.
Enos.
Yep, that's one of them.
I am. Yes, I am streaming now.
All right.
Hey.
Well, I guess we're gonna do this. While we are waiting for Ricky to show up, we'll go through, of course, the disclaimer as usual, which we'll probably do at the beginning of every session and every stream.
Mm-hmm.
Just in case anybody new decides they want to take a listen. And that being said, those of you who are listening, be aware that this game will contain mature themes and adult content. So listen at your own discretion. And there may even be some things discussed that one might call triggering. So if you are of a particular mind to be affected by that, then we recommend you not listen. Turn it off right now. Go away.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Is my air conditioning too loud for you guys?
Nope, I don't even hear it.
Oh, perfect.
That's cool.
Well, yes, it is.
It is cool. It's quite
see what you did
chilling
there.
how well you connected that.
Almost sounds like
Crazy.
a dad joke.
I like how you added all the street names on the map. That is helpful.
Ah, yes, thank you. So, yes, again, part of the disclaimer, we will, well, I mean, if you're someone who's going to be listening in regularly, I'm sure I won't really need to keep repeating myself, but it should be assumed that if you're going to be playing in a Call of Cthulhu game or listening to a Call of Cthulhu game or reading anything that has to do with H.P. Lovecraft, you're going to see a lot of mature themes. But if you're reading H.P. Lovecraft, you'll probably see some racism in there too. There will be no racism here, though.
With that.
There's no racism in Overton, at least not that I'm going to present. So, Ricky, yeah, we just need to, we can discuss what happened, or if anybody has any questions regarding their characters or what's going to be happening going forward before Ricky gets here. And then when he does, we'll just jump right into it. Recap and everything. I suppose I don't necessarily need to do a recap because it's all in the notes, but for viewers, we will do a
Yeah, it
recap.
doesn't hurt for the stream.
Yep. But Ricky is one of those players that does tend to be late from time to time, so so not to worry though. I don't believe he has forgotten.
I hope not.
He said something about he might be a little bit late because of his dinner.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Where's Ricky from?
Puerto Rico.
Oh,
Let's just assume everyone's from the States somewhere.
yeah. 'Cause he said
Uh,
he was dinner. It was at 8 or something, so I wasn't sure where he was from.
yeah. We actually got a pretty good mix of people in the server from different areas. I don't think we have any European members.
We
Gotta
used
get Lee,
to.
gotta get Lee in here.
I know we used to, but I think whoever it was left. It was like early, like 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, because all of our games were like not during his
Can you
time.
hold us?
Yeah.
Can you see it up here?
And then I believe we had like it was like an Irish guy at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember. But yes, not too many foreign people, and as you said, yes,
Or-
there's just a bit of a scheduling conflict, and I have never really ran any of my games outside of this time frame, like 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Really, it's just gets in the way of my normal day routine.
Quite all right. We understand.
Mhm.
This is a convenient time for me anyway.
And of course,
It's
Emily would-
perfect for me.
Yeah.
I was like, it's 7 p.m. until like 9 to 10 p.m. my time. It's great.
All right. Well, if Ricky doesn't show up in the next 5 or so minutes, we'll just start and do the recap and all that junk.
Okay.
But in order to avoid
Did your mic cut out? Avoid what? I think his mic cut out.
no, I accidentally muted myself.
Oh,
In order to avoid quietness on the stream, at least for the time being, we can discuss previous, things that had happened or whatnot. Any sort of character development stuff. Any questions to do with your characters. Any questions about your sheets. How something is rolled or handled. We can do that now while we wait for Ricky. Or just give me your impressions on the first session, setting the tone with the setting. You're not really going to see too many sunny days in Overton. The UK
Wasn't
tends to
getting
get
that impression.
Yeah.
The UK doesn't tend to get very many sunny days. However, that's not going to be a constant thing. In fact, tomorrow, in-game tomorrow, the weather report is looking to be clear skies and sunny, and just in time for a lovely little fair that Overton is hosting.
are you actually like checking the Overton weather in real life?
No.
Oh,
No, I am choosing it to be something.
gotcha.
I know that we have weekly games, but how much time has passed storyline-wise? We just picking up exactly where we left off.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really
probably.
it's only been about an hour or so since the beginning of the game. Since when James literally popped in that USB flash drive to when the horse showed up.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
And let's see. Any questions on what the extremes or hard or regular successes, all that stuff means?
Maybe just give like a quick rundown of the differences. Just give us a good
Yeah,
example or
since
something.
I'm clean slate. I have no clue what to ask.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Talk to me like I'm 5.
Okay, so on your character sheet, you filled in numbers for your characteristics and your skills. Those numbers correspond to a target number that you're supposed to roll under to succeed. A regular success is always going to be your base number, the highest one you have there. Like, for example, if your skill in lockpicking was 40, that would be your regular success rate, and you would have to roll under a 40 to get a regular success. Then there are the numbers that are kind of in smaller print next to those. So those are your half values and fifth values. Those correspond to hard successes and extreme successes. So if your lockpicking skill is 40 and you roll under a 20, that's under half the value of the 40, which means you got a hard success. If you roll under, I believe it's like, I don't know, like 9 or 10, that would be extreme success. Those will matter depending on what you're trying to achieve and if something is trying to resist you achieving it. For example, say you get into a brawl with a bar patron, and his brawling skill is 30, yours is 40, and you guys would kind of roll against each other, and whoever has the greater rate of success, usually, like, for example, if theirs is 30 and yours is 40, that does mean that you're a better brawler than they are, but that also means that your capabilities are that much more significant. So if you were to fail all of that, you would be kind of encroaching on the territory of bad things happening to you. I believe it is if your skill is 50 or below, you can have a critical failure at 96 to 100. So if you roll a 96 through 100 and your skill is below 50, that's called a critical failure. If your skill is above 50, you have to roll a 100 as a critical failure. So your hard success, extreme success, those will kind of give you varying degrees of success in correspondence with what you're trying to do. Let me try and give you a non-confusing example. So let's go back to the brawling. Say the guy with the 30 brawl attempts to attack you, and you defend yourself. You both would roll your brawls. Say you rolled a regular success, so you rolled like a 38 or something, but then he rolled maybe a hard success, like with a 15. He got half his value. That would be a greater degree of success, and therefore he would do damage to you.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
And there is also critical successes, which is a natural 1 rolled on the D100 die. Those are near unavoidable when it comes to just having really good things happen. Or rather, whatever you're trying to do, and you roll a 1, something pretty nice is going to come out of it. Whereas if you fumble, 96 to 100 if your skill is less than 50, or just a straight up 100 if your skill is above 50, big bad things will happen. Well, I mean, I guess your mind would naturally gravitate towards the theme of death, but that's not always going to be the case.
Depends on the situation.
Yep. Like, sure, if you're trying to jump across a chasm that's ever widening and that's your only means of escape, and you fail that, yeah, you might die. But
yeah. But if you're just trying to, like, drink a glass of water, a critical failure will be missing your mouth and dumping it all over you.
yeah, or choking.
Can't wait to hear you do choking sounds, John.
But usually, They will say in the book that you will not have to worry about doing really small minutia things, minutia rolls, they call them. Like, oh, I'm going to go do this. Okay, we'll make a roll for that. Well, it depends on what they're doing. If it's something that can just reasonably be done without a roll, then they just do it. Like, oh, I'm going to drive over to my house. Okay, I'm not going to make you drive and use a drive auto roll. I mean, unless there's some obstacles or hazards along the way. You're just going to do it. Hello, Ricky.
You're so nice, Sim.
Oh, thanks. Only going to be in contrast to when I'm not so nice in the campaign.
Hey, as long as my mundane things don't require rolls, I'm happy.
All right, well, now that Ricky is here, let's start the recap.
All right.
I'm gonna be in roll 20 in a sec. I'm walking back to my room. I'm at a hotel right now.
Okay. Well, last session, we started off with James Kaufman receiving a USB flash drive in the mail from an unknown sender. It just says it's from a friend. And after viewing the video file, the only single video file on the flash drive, James walked away with a pretty strong sense of anxiety and displeasure at what was on the video file. It was essentially just a closed circuit television recording of the massacre at Penley, or at least what was deemed to be a massacre. It did turn out to be such, but it unfolded in a very macabre way that James was not expecting. Essentially, the villagers killed themselves and killed each other.
That was pretty crazy.
Alphonse, I mean, Z's not here, but we'll recap what happened with him. He was at the vet clinic taking in his final patient for the day, Daisy, who's a little wiener dog. And Mrs. Hughes, the dog's owner, was complaining that Daisy was exhibiting a few moments of anxiety, like kind of acting strangely, getting energetic in some moments, and then having their ears perk up in others, and kind of doing odd things. Staring at different things and barking at different things. And Alphonse was just about to see what was going on with her when Daisy's ears perked up and she shot off the exam table and ran down the hall, out the main entrance of the vet clinic, and down the street, and Mrs. Hughes chased after her. Tommy was driving home after being away from his home for a very long time, ever since his childhood, actually.
I almost got run over by fucking crazy.
Yep, you got a flat tire. Your car did not have a spare, unfortunately, and you said, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna huff it to Overton," which is only like a couple miles down the road anyway. So, on the way, you were nearly hit and killed by a patrol vehicle. The person getting out and wondering who you were was none other than your childhood friend Gabriel. After kind of exchanging a few pleasantries, you hopped in the squad car with Gabriel, and you both headed into Overton to the White Horse Inn for a pint to catch up. Meanwhile, Kate's already there, and she meets up with Erin, her friend at the Force, and she's poring over some case files of her brother's killing. And Erin attempts to kind of talk you down a little bit, maybe get you to pull away from your work for the time being and focus on reality versus, the past. And it's at that point that Ollie Pritchett shows himself he's pretty easy to spot and hear. He drives this old beat-up Toyota Corolla, and he's always blaring this thrashing, just metal music wherever he goes, and he peels into the parking space outside the White Horse Inn. He comes in, he kind of demands a pint, and he already looks maybe a little bit drunk. And Kate, you use your psychological skills to get him to see to reason a little bit, and he ends up leaving. Quinn, you were driving to the village of Penley in an attempt to try and find out what happened. Unfortunately, you were met with a police blockade just outside the village, and they had told you that it's inaccessible by the public and the investigations are still going, and that if you're press, you'll probably want to seek information elsewhere. And that's when you think it's probably best if you go back into Overton and stick around for a while, go to the White Horse Inn, pub, local watering hole, see if there's any information you can't garner. And while there, you do overhear the group sitting together talking. Tommy's just been reintroduced to the group, and everyone's like, "Oh shit, it's Tommy from..." And you overhear that they're talking about what had happened over in Penley, or at least what the theory is. You introduce yourself, and you manage to convince the group to, well, you're able to sit down and enjoy a drink with them, but also you're able to ask them questions, and they seem fairly friendly, at least enough to give you answers as opposed to some of the other people you've talked to. And it's at that point when you guys hear a commotion coming from outside, kind of...
Not quite.
Huh?
James pulls her aside and tells her that he has information on it.
Right.
And,
yep.
And then that's when the commotion happens, before they can get too far into it.
Right. Quinn, you seem very intrigued at what James has to say. He claims that he has... I mean, did you tell her about the video file, or did you just say you had information?
I said I had information.
Okay. Yes, you tell her about that, and then that's when you hear the neighing coming from outside and some galloping hooves on cobblestone street. And you all go outside, including even Patrick and a few of the bar patrons, and you all go outside to witness a black stallion just doing circles in the main road right outside the White Horse Inn. Just a few circles, roundabout way, and then it just takes off towards the west.
Real quick, in the notes that I have from last session, it does say that he told her about the video, and she wants to know how he knows it's real. And then they were trying to figure out how to track where the footage came from, and that's when everything happened. So she does know about the video.
Ah, okay. See, and this is why we take notes.
Yeah, I don't remember saying that. Okay.
Sorry.
That's all right. So we will pick it up right here. You guys are getting soaked. It's still raining. This black horse has just galloped off down the street towards the west. And Aaron is standing out with you all, as well as a couple of the bar patrons who are kind of whispering to each other, wondering what is going on with Dynamo. You kind of hear a number of the bar patrons mention this name, the horse's name, apparently. But they're whispering. Patrick kind of is rubbing his chin, and he just kind of puts his hand up in the air and does like the, oh, what the fuck ever, and just like walks back inside. Couple of the patrons join him, but one stands out in front of the pub, grabs a cigarette out of his pack, lights it, and just starts smoking, kind of staring down the road where Dynamo just ran. What do you all do?
Do we perchance know who owns Dynamo?
Why don't you roll me? We'll either go with an education roll or an you know what? Let's go with intelligence. Just a straight up intelligence characteristic roll.
All of us?
Yep, all of you can. Yep.
I got a regular success.
Okay. That's all you'll really need for this.
Where do I go for the roll options?
Intelligence is in the bottom left. Just click the number. Or not the number, click the intelligence name, sorry.
10. That might be an extreme.
10 sounds like it might be an extreme.
It says regular on there.
But do you have your regular thing tabbed, or do you have the verbose thing tagged?
Oh, just regular.
I have no
Yeah.
idea what's going on.
That's right.
Oops. I don't know. It's a
Did you-
10 out of 70. I don't know what that
Yeah,
means.
you're right, that third. So you get
No, I'm looking at yours.
10 out of 70 is definitely an extreme success.
Yay!
I would
Verbose.
click the the V1 in the roll options so you can
So-
see all of them.
So, an intelligence roll is a characteristic roll. It's not a skill roll. So you'll find intelligence up at the top, near, or at least near the top of your character sheet. So
Tommy has no idea what's going on.
who got at least a regular success?
Quinn did.
I did, yeah.
Okay.
I did.
I did.
Okay.
I got extreme though, apparently.
Quinn, you are from Overton, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. All right, so Gabe, Kate, and Quinn. Dynamo happens to be Reese Morgan's prized stallion, his stud horse. The one that he has made the progenitor of all of basically his business. Without Dynamo, he is ruined.
Knowing this information, I'd probably want to go after the horse to try and get it back to him.
Okay. If you would like to do that, you will probably have to have some sort of mode of transportation because this thing is galloping and you will not be able to catch it on foot.
Yeah.
I have a Ford Fiesta.
Oh, God.
I've got my Camaro.
All right. So,
I have nothing. Everything's waiting for me at my house or on the or being towed currently.
as you're kind of debating, Kate, if you want to go after the horse, we're assuming that you probably will, but you hear a little squelch from Aaron's walkie that he has on his person. And you see him unholster it from his waist, and he just kind of brings it up to his to his mouth. He says, "Go for Aaron." And you hear like the. If you want to do a listen check, you can probably hear what's going on.
Let's go.
Okay, I do one too.
Yeah, you all can. You're close enough.
Off by 1.
Where's my
I
listen?
got a hard.
Scroll down.
Okay. Make sure that
You gotta
any
go back to your skill set.
God.
make sure that any skill successes that
Yeah.
you are completing successfully, you're checking off that little circle next to your skill. Because that will play into your development phases when we finish the scenario. That is one thing I did want to very briefly talk about. Because this is technically it's a finite campaign, but the scenarios in the campaign are going to be various and maybe potentially far between sometimes. So what I'm going to do, as opposed to setting it up like a normal Call of Cthulhu where you just go out on investigations, like you're this investigation team and you solve mysteries and solve crimes or whatever, or all that stuff, it's going to be structured a little bit different. I will basically bring all of you through quote-unquote scenarios, and at the end of every scenario, we'll do investigator development phases, and that's when you guys will roll to increase your skills and take downtime, get sanity back, all that stuff.
So
Kind of like Terrors of the Backwoods, but maybe a little better this time around.
Was that your previous Call of Cthulhu campaign?
Yes.
Oh, gotcha.
it's a good time.
Yep.
All right. So you, anyone get a regular success on that?
I'm the only one that succeeded, and it was a hard success.
Okay, Kate. Well, everyone else, you're just kind of still. Your hearing is muffled by the rain and some of the, just like this weird sort of squelchy aspect coming from Aaron's walkie, and so it's kind of hard to hear at first. But
Ooh.
Kate, you're used to all that. You've heard it before, and you hear it clear as day. On the other end of the walkie, the dispatcher says, Aaron, the chief inspector would like to talk with you, and we also got a call from the Morgan farmstead. You might want to get out there. And he looks like super shocked and maybe a little confused because it's almost too coincidental that he just saw Dynamo.
Well, and he's a detective, so that kind of puts me at least in character. She would be thinking possibly a murder, but that's just because of everything that she does. Her first thought is, oh shit, is he dead?
So he looks at you before answering, Kate, and he knows you can hear what's going on. And he just simply says, all right, I'm on it. Tell Chief Inspector I'm going to at least take a peek out at the farmstead before I make my way up. And
She's gonna look over at him and be like, do you want me to come with you?
well, the dispatcher basically acknowledges and signs off, and then he puts his walkie away, and he says, well, I suppose if the chief inspector wants to talk with me, then maybe I shouldn't keep him waiting. Perhaps I can leave this with you. Technically, you're not allowed, but I suppose we might be able to make an exception under the circumstances if that is agreeable with you.
Sounds like a plan. Should I get Gabriel in on this?
Of course, he's free. That is, if he wishes to engage. I won't stop him. And what of your friends? They are civilians. They can't exactly be privy to this sort of thing.
Maybe they can go after the horse?
Ah, that's a good idea. And he looks to you all. You all in for a car ride?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Well, good. I trust at least the person driving will be careful, because the rain tends to build up rather quickly on some of the roads around here.
I feel comfortable driving on these roads.
Very good. Kate, I'm going to head up and see the chief inspector. I'll be back tomorrow.
She just nods her head.
And he gets a little closer to you and he says, you know me. My gut instinct is telling me that this is not sounding or feeling right. So please be careful.
My gut is saying the same.
And he just walks over to his squad car, which is parked just alongside the road. And he gets in, starts it up, pulls away, turns on his headlights. And you all are left to your own devices.
Kate's gonna look over at Gabriel. Well, she's gonna walk over to Gabriel and just kind of quietly be like, there was a call for Aaron. They want him to go check out the farmstead, but he's gonna have me go instead. Would you like to come with me?
Yes. Honestly, I was already planning on going over there as a awareness check.
Well,
And then she looks at the
Yeah, you could go.
and she's just gonna look at the others and be like, would you mind going after the horse? It's just that if the horse gets away, his whole livelihood will be ruined.
Whose livelihood?
The farmers, the horses, owner.
Reese Morgan.
Yeah, Old Man Reese.
Tommy, you...
Old man Reese is still alive?
Yeah. Yes, you...
It was is old man Reese. Does he used to be a dick or was he nice?
Actually, Reese is nice to the locals. He doesn't like outsiders.
So he wouldn't have been nice to me. That's great.
So he was nice to little old Tommy.
Yeah, I mean, you probably
definitely
caused
then.
a few, like commotions and like.
Yeah, I probably beat up some kids in his like fucking Gabe and I probably beat up some kids in his farm.
Some bad kids messing with his animals.
But you also remember his wife, Rianne, to be very, very kind and welcoming to you, and even seeing past your inherent darker side, Tommy.
She's still alive?
Tommy back then he didn't have a darker side. It was he was the kid of like
She saw some patterns in you. She saw like that you were starting to exhibit, some maybe not violent, but getting angry and frustrated very easily, and the way
they were
like,
nice to him when like no one else was. Yeah,
you were conniving in some ways, and she wanted to be the mother hen, so to speak, with you.
And then he'd definitely go after that horse.
Okay. So Tommy.
Question.
Yes.
Is she still alive? Like, as in the timeline, she hasn't passed away yet, right? Like, it's her and her husband that own the farm still?
Correct. They both, Reese runs not only the horse breeding and training and all that stuff, but Rianne also is a very accomplished botanist and gardener.
Okay, cool.
Yep, as far as we know, they're alive.
As far as you know. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing any weird, stupid voices like that.
Whoa.
So I guess we're taking my squad car. Kate.
She'll nod her head and follow you.
Yes, Kate and Gabriel will take Gabriel's squad car over to the Morgan farmstead. Tommy, Quinn, and James, which car would you like to take? We're taking the Camaro, I take it, yes?
Yeah.
Yes,
I think so.
feel that we'll be able to keep up with the horse's speed.
Rum rum.
So,
It's only one horse.
You all will
Got 400
pile in.
horses in it.
I got 400 of those stallions under this hood. You will pile into Quinn's vehicle. What color is your Camaro?
Black.
Ooh, interesting.
Nice.
That's nice.
Tommy will stop, kind of. He'll like forget about the situation and start looking at your car like, man, the restoration on this thing is top notch. God damn.
I would put a lot of care into our vehicle.
Right, the horse pile in.
Which way did the horse go?
So it went to the west. Sorry. So I need to open up my Roll20.
We got north and south here. Yeah, we're on a high street, so it's like up and down.
Yeah. So did it go down Willow?
One moment.
Or Wrexham?
It's going down Wrexham because Wrexham is heading west.
To the playground. Oh shit! Some kids are gonna get trained. Oh, this I doubt this is kids out nowadays, but it seems like still like fuck with kids.
It's about 7 o'clock.
That's kind of horrible.
So yeah, I went down Willow and then potentially down Wrexham, and no, I'm not gonna fuck with you on that. All the kids are inside at this point, and all right, let's do this. You all get in your respective vehicles, and you head out with goals in mind, and we're obviously going to do one party at a time here. Let's start with the
horse.
Let's start with Tommy, Quinn, and James.
Yeah, her squad.
I guess Alphonse will probably be with you, but we'll just assume that for the time being.
Okay.
Let's just say Alphonse is in their own car.
Well, they're
For like
they're a vet
RP
tech,
purposes.
so it would make sense that he would go after the horse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so you get in your car, you start it up, and you start traveling towards Wrexham Road, just kind of going somewhat slow to see if you guys can't notice anything. Go ahead and roll me spot hidden, all of you.
The horse is hiding. We're searching for a ninja horse.
No,
Well,
if you look in the
dark and
book,
rainy.
spot hidden simply refers to trying to notice something that would not normally be perceived by just a glance.
Ooh.
Oh, good.
Man,
Somebody.
I am not rolling anything good tonight.
No.
It's okay. I got a hard success. My first good roll.
Okay. Hard success. All right.
I'm used to seeing people hidden in alleyways and whatnot.
That's because he got the front seat.
Um,
Yeah, probably.
James.
James in the back, just
Really
like
short,
fucking
can't
jumping
see over the dashboard.
James, there's just a lot of rain on the windows, and it's not very well lit at this time of night. So you're finding it hard to adjust. Plus, looking at the screen all day, I mean, just your eyes
Yeah.
are tired. Quinn,
Still kind of fucked up from the video.
Quinn, you're trying, actually, like you had
Absolutely.
just mentioned, you are trying to focus on driving.
Mhm.
And so you're not really trying to divide your attention much. However, Tommy, you are obviously sitting, passenger side. You got nothing to do, nothing to really do but pay attention to the sides of the road. Houses, the landscape. Basically what you're doing is you're going through a residential area. And with the hard success, you see that there are a number of...
Is the horse saddled?
No, it was not saddled.
Okay.
You notice that there's some lawn out front of most of the homes that you're passing by, and because it's been raining for a while, the lawn is... all of the grass in the area is like sopping wet and probably pretty pliable. And you actually notice as you're kind of slowly driving by the end of Willow, about to turn onto Wrexham, that you see in the grass around the sidewalk area where the intersection is, there's just some tramplings. It looks like someone just divoted the earth several times over, or a horse stood in place and in a circular motion just kind of stomped around and then ran off.
We're close.
It seems to
The horse is here.
It seems to not be here.
Can't be
Let's just
far.
say it was here.
It does seem to be here because you can see as you're passing right by the intersection and she's about to turn left, or I'd imagine you're going left on Wrexham.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
can't see
because like we were just on High Street and it wasn't there, so we're gonna left over at the turning.
Yep, you do see that.
We're right here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You do notice as you take that next left that there are more trample marks in the grass now that the residential area is starting to die down a bit and the houses are becoming fewer. There's just more landscape. And you notice that the tracks are leading off towards the fields at the northwestern portion of Overton.
So behind the playground, you mean?
Yes, yeah, you know that
Like
there's
up in this
also
area.
there's another homestead out there that belongs to the oh Jesus, what that belongs to the Avery family. If you would like to
Were
mark
the
that
Avery
down.
family dicks? Were those the rich douches?
The Avery family are among the very few individuals within Overton that are kind of dickbags, yeah.
Alright.
The other family is the Howells. They are very not nice, not friendly at all, sort of self-centered, brat-like.
Beat him up a couple times with Gabe.
You've had a couple run-ins with them, just kind of really situational, and there's a lot of verbal abuse, but no physical.
Okay.
You of
Just
course
talk mad
contemplate,
shit.
of course, at times you probably like, yeah, I mean, I want to beat that fucker's head in, but there have been times where either the opportunity hasn't arisen or you just simply decided that he wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
So, continuing left down Wrexham Road, you all can roll me another spot hidden. And then we'll take it from here.
Fuck.
My God.
All right.
I've had nothing good.
Oh wait.
Just a
I got
normal
it. Shit, I
success
missed
for
it.
you. Yeah.
I'm just driving.
Yeah, hard success.
Finally.
Yay!
Okay. James, now that you've had a chance to just adjust your eyes to the darkness, and you listened to Tommy talking about the hoof prints that were back at the intersection, and you kind of kept a strong eye out. And when you all get to around the area, it's kind of a dirt road that branches off from the main road. You'll
Like,
see it
Are you
actually.
talking about this right here?
Yes. Yep. You see the hoof prints go up that road. And up ahead, James, I mean, Quinn and Tommy are trying to look around on the sides of the car. You're staring straight ahead. And you see up ahead, probably, I don't know, 100 feet or so, standing in the middle of the road is the horse, just kind of flapping his tail, standing with his ass towards you, and he just looks back at you, just kind of with the, yeah, what? One of those looks.
We're not going fast, right? We're just kind of going
No,
slow.
you're going somewhat slow, yeah.
Okay, so I let everybody know that I see the horse.
Okay. And I won't have you roll to avoid hitting it or anything. You weren't traveling at breakneck speed.
Yep.
So, all right. What do you want to do? Do you want to pull alongside it or stop somewhat?
Well, that's up to Quinn. We should pull over slowly, and I don't know. Should we wait and see what it does?
Was Alphonse with us, or did
Yes.
Alphonse? Okay.
Do we have a way of contacting any the farm or something?
You have cell phones. So, are you talking about the Morgan farmstead, the owner of the horse?
Yeah.
You can certainly look up his information from the directory and try and call him.
Okay.
Oh fuck! The phone's gonna ring. It's gonna be like a bloody fucking mess. They're all gonna be dead, and they're gonna arrive at the crime scene. We're gonna show up with the horse, and like and the next thing we know, like it's an active crime scene. Like, what are you doing? It's like we're delivering the horse.
I'm going to pull over safely so we don't alert the horse and scare it off.
Okay. Perfect. Here, just roll me a drive auto, just for shits.
Drive auto. I swear, if this is a failure.
Listen.
Oh my God!
Damn.
All right.
Did I just hit the horse?
Yo, this-
No. Well, what
This
we're gonna do
game-
now? Hang on. Now roll me a luck roll.
Where's luck? Where's luck?
It's up in your
This
characteristics.
game really punishes going like jack balls.
There you go.
doesn't
Finally,
it?
Jesus.
Okay, so as you kind of pull to the side, there's like a loose sort of rock pile / gravel that kind of gets kicked up a little bit and semi-spooks the horse, and he kind of moves forward a couple steps, lets out a little, and then just continues just staying right there. So you almost did spook him.
Good.
That was
Great.
close.
And you, James, you're on your phone. You got decent signal here. And you are looking through the directory to try and find the number for Reese Morgan. And you are able to find it actually rather quickly. You have your own back alleys in the interweb that you use.
Hmm.
And you pull up the number, load it into the dialer, and hit call. Ring, ring,
Okay.
ring. Ring, ring, ring. Ring, ring, ring. Ring, ring, ring. And that goes on for like a good 8 times.
All right, so I'm gonna hang up then. And I'll say that nobody's picking up.
Is there anyone else that we can call?
Alphonse
Time
will
to do this like the
say,
Yanks.
Alphonse will say, well, normally we would just go to the vet clinic and see if we could process him there, but we're closed at this point, and I don't know, I think the best person to contact would be Reese himself.
Somebody needs to stay with the horse, though.
Oh well, time to do it like the Yanks, and like Tommy will get out of the car and try and like walk toward the horse.
The Yanks. Oh my god. Alright, well, roll me an animal handling.
Do you even
I
have anything
don't
to,
have.
like, control
I
it?
don't have anything into animal handling. I do have like camping gear, so I do have rope, but I have no.
There should always be a base number that your skill should have, even despite not having any skill points that you personally put into them.
Where the fuck animal handling isn't here?
Oh, what is it? Handle animal?
Nope.
What the fuck am I? Well, no. Hang on.
Natural world.
No.
Operate heavy machinery.
Not quite, but maybe.
This
Stealth?
is,
What about stealth?
No.
Animal handling is 5%.
Okay. Yep.
Where'd you see that?
It should be in your skills.
It's
Skill list and Call of
It's-
Cthulhu handbook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you should always have a base score in every single skill, dependent on what it is. And if you decide to put points in it, that will obviously raise it up. But you should never really have 0 in any skill possible other than your credit rating or Cthulhu Mythos.
I don't even.
I have it. I have 0 on
Yeah.
computer use.
I don't have anything animal handling.
That is a gigantic.
Yeah, animal handling's not here.
That is a gigantic.
Listen,
It's
let's
in
just
the-
say
it's in-
5. I
Yeah,
don't-
it's in
do 100
it's in the keeper rule book that I'm looking at right now.
I'll tell you what, if you roll a 5 right now, or less, you're a god in my book.
Oh, so I'm not gonna roll it. There's no chance. I'm 21. No, there's no chance.
Close. Damn, okay.
Close by fucking 16.
Well, I mean, yeah, considerably close.
Oh, cool. Yeah, and in the grand scheme of like, can I roll luck?
No. Unfortunately, you just get out. You say "fuck it." Let's do it how the Yankees do it. You just go whoa, whoa. You know, you go through the whole motions. Like you got your hands up in the air, like you've seen in the movies.
Yeah.
And that just doesn't work. And the horse just books it further down the road.
God damn it!
Shit, I'm start booking it after the horse.
But you're close enough to follow it now, so you yourself get back into the vehicle, and Quinn, I'd imagine you follow the horse.
Yes. Continuing down the dirt road.
Let us briefly switch over to the Morgan farmstead as Kate and Gabriel arrive in Gabriel's squad car. You guys pull into the long dirt road, fenced on both sides, that leads up to sort of the large area where the farmstead is kind of has all its important buildings encompassed. For example, the barn, and then it's got the paddock where and the stables where the horses are, and then there's the sort of like the breeding area, and then there's the actual main home where Reese and Rianne live.
Okay.
You see as you pull up that there are lights on inside the homestead. There's a couple of outside floodlights that are activated in the paddock, and there is one singular floodlight mounted high above the barn, kind of shooting down at the ground where the bay doors are. You don't see anything out of place.
Just drive up to the main house.
Okay.
Park it and walk out.
All right. You guys get out. There's this very pungent smell of, manure that just kind of wafts and is also amplified by the rain. And as you get out, and just to describe the home, it's a single-story home. There's a front porch that is extended out from one of the main entries, and there's just a small set of stairs that leads up onto that porch. And there's a screen door, and there's also a large wooden door that is behind it. It's kind of like the signature piece of the house itself. Reese does take pride in ownership. You know that about him. And he maintains everything very well. Everything's always very kempt and like freshly painted and newly repaired. So everything looks to be as it should. And as soon as you all get up to the front door, what do you do?
I was gonna
Knock.
knock on the door.
Okay. And you wait a few moments. And a few more moments. And you even hear the phone ring for a long time. And then it just stops. And you've been waiting the entire length that the phone has been ringing, and there has been no response to either the phone or your knocking.
I mean, they could be out looking for their horse.
Possibly, though I doubt they will even let him get out.
Is
Maybe
there a
should-
window?
Yeah, there's a couple of windows that run along the porch next to the main door. There's one large window on the front side of the home that looks into the living room. And all these lights are on, by the way, so you can clearly look through them and see.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the big one first that looks into the living room and look in there.
Okay. You see a leather couch, a wool rug. You see a fireplace that has some embers that appear to have freshly gone out. There's a little bit of a darkness that you look into that is beyond the living room that looks like to be maybe a dining room. Why don't you roll me a spot hidden?
Ooh,
Hard
nice.
success.
Okay. Just past this sort of threshold between the living room and the dining room, you can see that there's a light on in presumably the kitchen, which connects to the dining room. And just barely, you think you see a set of feet and legs kind of poking out from one side of the room, and they appear to be womanly in nature.
Gabriel, break the door down.
Understood. He's gonna try to bash the door open.
Okay. Let's see. Go ahead and give me a strength roll, please.
Got it. Oof.
Ooh.
Can I push it?
You can
He's
push
gonna
it.
try to lean extra into it.
Yep. What the
nice.
fuck?
Oh,
There's your one.
What the fuck?
Wow.
Alright, so you kind of initially, you give it one good jab with your shoulder, and it doesn't give, and then you're just like, and then you
Then he summons the Hulk.
you take a couple steps back, and then you literally just perfectly, you kind of aim it at the jamb above the door handle, and you just feel the frame of the door give way on the other side, and you burst the door open.
As this is happening, Kate would call Aaron and tell him he needs to get down here now.
All right.
Or she would also be calling the ambulance because, you know.
Yep. We'll say you call the ambulance first.
Yeah, I would say ambulance first too.
and
Okay.
Gabe will go over to check on the body.
They tell you they'll be there within, well, basically as quick as they can. Out here, ambulance is tough to get quickly. All right, so as you call Aaron, he doesn't pick up. In fact, he fuck buttons you.
Well, damn. I'll text him.
Okay. What do you say in the text, just so we know?
Sorry, I was chewing. Body found on the floor, unsure if alive. Come now.
Okay, you send it out. Gabe, you burst through the door, and you immediately smell a very familiar smell. And that is the smell of iron. There is a body that is bleeding in this house. And it's a very strong scent. So it's probably a lot of blood.
Well, pistol out and carefully walk to where he smells it the strongest.
You go through sort of this front foyer. I guess you could call it like a breeze room or a mud room where he has all of his different shellackings set up. He's got his long boots. He's got work boots. He's got these trousers hanging. He's got sun hats and his normal ball cap. He even has like a couple pieces of spare pieces of wood. You're not really sure what for. But you turn back with your pistol out and kind of head towards where the smell is, and you go through this foyer area and into a connecting room that leads to the kitchen. And that's when you see the beginnings of a large pool of blood that has seeped into the wooden boards of the floor.
This is in the kitchen?
Semi-kitchen, semi-dining room. It's kind of like
Yep.
halfway in between.
I want to yell out to Kate what I see.
Well, what you see is actually going to, unfortunately, sir, test your sanity. Because you turn the corner and you kind of retch almost, or like kind of step back and put your hand up in front of your face, because you notice that it's Rianne on the floor, and her head has been completely bashed into a pulp. And there is a bloody hammer next to her, lying on the floor. There's just blood splatter marks all over the wall, all over the floor, the counters, the chairs. This was brutal. Roll me a sanity roll, please.
Okay. What the?
Ooh.
Nice.
Wow. What is
I'm
happening?
Scared. I'm scared for the next roll now.
Can you roll me again? Just roll
I want
again.
Gabriel to roll for me.
Just roll something else. I don't care what it is. How about...
37.
No. All right,
Oh my-
Gabriel's going to be running the rolls for all souls.
Yes.
Go.
Then the next roll is going to be a failure.
All right. So this is not entirely unlike something you've seen before in your line of work, but this is definitely brutality at the highest form.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't lose any sanity, luckily.
If he's telling me what he's seen, I'm not going to come inside because I don't want to tamper evidence. I don't want to, like, tromp all around the crime scene.
Yeah.
But just by looking at it, I could tell 100% she is dead.
Oh yes, absolutely. I mean, she doesn't have a head. There's maybe hair follicles still attached to scalp, and there's sinew
that
and like
badly.
gray matter and shit. But no, the rest of her head is completely beaten in.
Okay. Then he's going to walk back out and tell you fully what he sees.
We should call for backup. We need to start. Oh my God, sorry. We need to start blocking this off. This is an active crime scene now.
Indeed.
Everyone, both of you, make a listen, please.
I failed.
Sorry, 1 second.
I mean, it kind of had to happen at some point, right?
Yeah.
Statistically.
Your
Oh,
luck's
just-
run
You
out
got
now.
the critical success.
I got a
on that.
regular,
Okay.
so I got a regular pass.
Yep, got it. Kate, over Gabriel kind of describing what's going on, you think you hear like almost like maybe like a slight bang or a knock, a couple knocking sounds coming from inside the house.
Whoa.
Yeah. And you draw your weapon, I'm sure,
Yes, I do.
and you head inside and you follow the sounds, and it leads into the kitchen. It's towards what looks like maybe a pantry. There's this one closed door, smaller than the rest of the doors that you've seen in the home, that is at the back of the kitchen. And you just hear like a couple knocking sounds, and the door shakes a couple times, and you have your gun trained on it. And what do? Do you go up to it?
Is Gabriel with me?
100%.
Okay, both
One of it-
guns.
Yeah, one of us should open while the other has the other's back. I'm sure we've been trading this before.
Yeah. I think it's you open, I have gun, because I got the bigger frame.
Also, you probably have a better shot than I do.
Maybe. So, bigger frame takes more damage.
Okay. You slowly approach the door, guns trained. And Gabriel, you reach out, grab the handle, turn it slowly.
Oh, I think I'm opening the door and he's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kate, you grab the handle and open slowly. And you kind of see this almost like a light, like a dim bluish light. And then you just hear like a who is that? And you swing open the door, and there's this kind of youngish looking kid kneeling down on the floor, kind of back against the wall. He's got his cell phone out. You can see the phone light is kind of illuminating the rest of the pantry, and he looks. You know what? Roll me a. It wouldn't be. Yeah, do psychoanalysis, please.
Ooh.
I got an extreme.
Nice.
Okay. You see this kid is very disheveled, frightened. It looks like he's even been crying. And he just goes, please don't shoot, please. I'm just a stable hand.
It's okay. State your name.
Gavin.
Gavin.
Gavin Powell.
Do you know what happened here?
Well, your psychoanalysis, Kate, reads that he personally doesn't seem okay at all, emotionally, mentally. He's exhibiting traits of someone who is going through maybe a little bit of psychosis or just not really being themselves. Shaking, eyes are darting all over the place, breathing heavily.
She looks over at Gabriel and says, "Now is not the time to question him. He is not in the right state of mind."
Okay, let's get him back to the squad car then. Out of this mess.
And she's gonna try and calm him down and be like, Gavin, we don't think you did anything wrong, but out of our safety and yours, we will need to handcuff you.
Roll me a charm.
Or no, that didn't work.
You.
Okay. He looks at you and his eyes widen. And he says, No, I'm not going with you. Don't you hear it? It's... the headaches. They won't go away.
We can help you with your headaches. You just need to come with us.
No. You don't understand. No, I can't go with you. No, I only called you to solve this problem. I'm scared. I hear it. It won't stop.
What
And
are you hearing?
you see like him kind of clutch his head in pain. He just goes, "Ugh. I need to get out of here. Get me out of here. Please."
We'll get you out of here, but you need to come with us. Gabriel, do you have your handcuffs with you?
Yeah. They're in the car.
He killed her. He did it. I heard him do it. I heard every single strike. Even when he was done with her head, it still hit the floor. The hammer strikes. I can hear them, feel them in the floor.
Who did you see?
It was Reese. Reese killed his wife.
Okay then, how about you follow us, stick in between us, and
No,
we can make sure he can do that as he holds out his gun.
No, where is he? Is he here? Did you search the house?
We kind of look at each other probably because it's like, no, I did not.
We have not, but we haven't heard him anywhere.
He's just looking around frantic now. Like, Reese is gonna pop out and just attack him at any moment. And he just says, I need to leave. And he starts to, like, push past you.
Can I use like psychology or anything like that to help calm him down or not?
You can attempt to, yes.
Psychoanalysis can help with shutting down that sanity stuff.
Psychoanalysis is only to determine his state of mind, whereas psychology is meant to kind of talk with him and try and reason with him using logic and science.
Okay.
Okay, I passed.
Okay, what kind of a pass? All right.
Just a regular 33, close to a hard.
What do you say to him?
I think I'm gonna feed into it because I don't think I'm gonna snap him right out of it right away. But I'm just gonna feed into it and be like, we're gonna like basically make him feel safe and say we're gonna protect you. You just need to come with us, and we won't let anything happen to you. The faster you come with us, the faster we can get you somewhere safe.
And he just looks at you with a wide-eyed gaze, and he just says, "Yes, this is safe. Safe. Safe is good."
And she kind of holds out her hand to kind of provide some like comforting like touch.
Yep. And he reluctantly, but still does reach out and grabs it, and you get these flashes in your head as you grab his hand of like the first time that you had physical contact with your brother. And you just can't help but feel that there's some sort of connection, that there's something you're still not letting go of. And you lead
Connection
Gavin,
connection like to the case, or like connection with her brother and herself.
with your brother. You kind of had like this weird flashback of like when you first held your brother's hand.
Gabe will lead the way.
Yep, Gabe, you go out, gun in front of you. You lead Kate and Gavin out through the front door. You don't see or hear anything on your way out. And your car is still there. You do... You know what? From this perspective, roll me a spot hidden. You both can.
Okay. Fail.
Also failed.
No.
Okay. The rain is still pouring hard, and it's obscuring a lot of the general landscape, even including the farmstead itself, the barn, the paddock, all that stuff. That's when Gavin says, he's kind of looking at the paddock, and he says, "Where's Dynamo?"
He's gone.
We have people who are finding him right now. Don't worry, he'll be safe as well.
He can hear it too. That's why he ran. At least I think he ran. I heard him neigh, and I heard the galloping.
Were you the one that let him out, or did he break out?
I don't know. I was in... I can't remember. And
At this point, I think Kate's just gonna try and get him into the back of the squad car as fast as possible because she thinks he's gonna be a flight risk at some point.
flight risk or
Yeah.
possibly the prime suspect, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right, so you do that. Do you want to go through procedure, meaning handcuffing and reading of rights?
I would say yes, just because if he ends up being the perpetrator.
Now, technically speaking, you're
have
only
to.
allowed to read him his rights if he is, 1, under arrest, or 2, he is suspected of a crime.
Not even. It's when you're gonna charge him with a crime.
Yes.
You can
Yeah.
detain him without
That-
even having to charge him yet.
I think this goes under a different case of like
This is detention. You're just detaining him, so you're not
For-
arresting him, so you don't have to read him your rights.
Detaining
for his
for
own safety.
investigation and safety. Yes.
Cool. So then we probably wouldn't read the rights then, but
You don't have
might-
to read his Miranda rights.
so we might want to handcuff him though, just for safety reasons.
Okay.
Oh, definitely.
Sounds good. Do you want to specify, just for shits and gigs, is it behind the back handcuffs or in front handcuffs?
Behind the back.
Yeah, behind the back.
Okay, good to know. You put him, after cuffing him, he says, it just won't go away. It won't go away. It won't go away. As you continue to just... He doesn't even care. He can hear the clicks. Like, you hear his ears... Or, rather, yeah, you see his ears peer... wow! Speaking!
Yep. It's
You
hard.
see his ears perk up at the sound of the clicking coming from the handcuffs, but he just doesn't seem to care. And you put him in the back seat and close the door. It's child lock, so he's not getting out.
What was he repeating again?
Something like, it won't stop. You can hear it.
I think your mic just cut out again, John.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes it does. I'm in my basement right now, so
Okay.
I need to get a better headset overall.
She's gonna look.
Go ahead.
So she's gonna look over at Gabriel and ask if backup is on the way.
Well, Gabe, you do have your walkie.
Yep. He's going to check on it.
You radio in, and you get a response from dispatch saying that units should be there within the next few minutes, and you acknowledge 10-4. And overall, things are not good, and we're gonna switch over to the others trying to get Dynamo the horse.
Oh no, the horse has a knife.
Last we left off, we were continuing to follow the horse down the road.
Yes. You follow this long dirt road that leads further northwest. Again, I believe this is the... shit. What is...
This is the shit.
It's towards the bridge, right?
I'm just trying to remember the name of the people.
Tommy, Quinn, James, Alphonse.
No.
Or the
ones-
homesteads?
the ones
The
who live
Avery
out
family?
here. Yeah, the Avery.
Avery?
There we go. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yes, you know kind of well what this road leads to because, well, not only have you lived here long enough to know them and have heard of them in several contexts, you kind of are getting to the point along this journey where you're wondering if you should or shouldn't stop because this is private property and you know that the Avery family is considered to be kind of assholes.
I say we push on.
All right. I like it. Anyone else object?
Nope, let's do it.
All right.
Fuck no.
I don't think the criminal cares if they go into private property.
Alphonse says, we need to get the horse back to Mr. Morgan. I say we press on.
In the meantime, can I try and call the farm again to see if I can get anybody?
You may do so. Sure. Okay, so that would probably be at the exact moment that they were getting Gavin out. So
Probably.
then, yeah, you guys over at the Morgan Farmstead would hear the phone ring again inside. Just that big, the old what is it? The turnstile.
A rotary phone?
Yeah, the rotary phone there. Just one of those just piercing bell ringings.
Hmm.
And it will.
I don't.
Go ahead.
I was like, I don't think I would pick up because that's
Okay.
we have
Yeah,
bigger things.
same.
We have bigger fish to fry.
Yeah, so
Same.
I'm assuming this will not go anywhere then.
As far you'll just ring and ring and ring, and same effect as last time.
All right. Yeah, nobody's
Sorry.
picking up.
That's right. So, as you keep going up the road, you can see the main home just off in the distance. It's about 1/8 of a mile up the road. This road does extend pretty long into these fields. And you're following the horse, and it's just kind of trotting along. You get upon it shortly after starting up again, and it is just kind of prodding along the road, swerving a little back and forth, left and right, and it looks at you a couple times in its movements, and at one point it kind of starts beautifully trotting off into the fields to the left of the road.
Should we pull over? Try again?
Yeah, I can try and calm him down this time.
Hey, wouldn't Alphonse have fucking animal handling?
He should.
Yes.
He's a vet.
I believe.
So let's have Alphonse do it.
Let me see
Yeah,
here. I'm
but-
going to... Oh my god.
Yeah.
This shit. I wish that Roll20 was better on the phone. They need an actual app for this shit.
Hey, by the way, we know that Kate and Gabe are going to the old man's home, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what Zim.
I'm
you
gonna
don't
ca-
have-
I'm gonna call him. Yeah, because we have
Yeah,
your
I
numbers.
put
that
Wait,
in
I
the
don't think I
chat.
have your numbers.
I put
They
it in
have
the
your
chat,
numbers.
I'm like, y'all, this is modern times. Y'all can call us.
Well, I
That's what
can't
Zim.
call you. I've been gone for 10 fucking years. Y'all probably
I don't
changed
know
your fucking
anybody
numbers.
here. I'm just the driver.
That's
so
true.
Yeah,
What
no,
were you
Y'all
saying?
know
James
each
has
other?
his number. Their numbers.
Crazy, what were you saying?
You don't have the Roll20 app?
There's a Roll20 app.
Yep.
There's an app for Roll20? What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Okay,
Since
well
when?
then, no. I guess I don't.
Also, Ricky, I still have the same. Ricky, I still have the same number from 11 years ago, so it's plausible.
Well, does
2.0
Kate have the
stars.
same number?
2.0 stars
I mean,
out of
same.
5.
Oh. That's
So
not
it's really
promising.
good.
We're gonna we're gonna give it a shot. But all right, so yeah, I mean, you guys would have probably exchanged phone numbers for the sake of exchanging phone numbers when you were at the bar.
Right, then I call Gabe.
Okay. Gabe, your phone rings. You just recently put Gavin in the back seat of your squad car.
Yeah, here, answer it.
Did you guys make it to the house of the old lady or I can't remember.
Morgan.
Yes, we have.
We found the horse.
Remember, you can't say anything as a police officer. Usually, you'll have to say something like, "We have found something."
Yeah.
Or be
I
vague.
know.
Protocol,
I know.
yeah.
Being vague.
Actually, you can say a lot more than you guys think.
Tell them we found the horse and it's going towards the Avery family's house.
Listen, the horse is over at the Dick Ward's house. What was it? Avery, I think. stupid name. Anyways, even we're back from high school. Can you get them to like come get their horse? The horse. We've been calling the house. They can't seem to pick up.
Right now at this time, I can't tell you what's happening over here.
Oh
Yes.
fuck. Zim, I know what that means, right?
I mean, roll me.
Yeah.
Roll me an intelligence, just to.
Yeah. Oh, that's a failure.
Okay, well, I mean, your instincts you've always followed, and I would say that because
Listen,
he's
I'll
not
try
able
to-
to divulge information, that probably doesn't mean anything good. Yeah.
It's like, oh,
You
But
are
put
they
you-
me
fucking
on-
dead?
Yeah, you need to go into it assuming that he can't talk about it.
you would just
Oh
say,
shit, they're dead. If they're dead, don't say anything.
Classic trope.
You just say, I'm not able to say anything, and if you get the horse,
Okay,
good. If you
thanks.
can't, no worries.
It's in the Avery home. I don't really want to go in there. Like, this horse doesn't like me. Do you want us to have like Alphonse go after it?
Honestly, at this point, might be best to just leave the horse alone.
All right. All right, guys, we're out of
I
here. The
would-
cop says
so-
no.
If Gabe is like, if I hear Gabe talking to them, I'm gonna be like, ask them how the horse, if the horse is still acting crazy, because I'm still thinking about how the guy was just like, the horse hears it too.
How is
Oh,
the
God.
horse acting? That's what Kate. No.
It's spooked. It's
erratic,
spooked. I tried
yeah,
to
it's
calm
erratic.
it down. It didn't work out. It's in the, like I said, it ran into the Avery home. You had to be pretty fucking insane to run in there.
Yep, that's what Gabe would say back to Kate.
You just nod her head.
Okay. Can we take
You want us to just leave it be, or?
one moment? Can I take like a 2-minute break? I need to use the bathroom very badly.
Okay.
Go for it.
Alright.
Be right back.
So is this phone conversation on speaker? Are we all hearing this in the car?
You're hearing me
I'm
like
not sure
I
yet.
have it on. I have it in my ear. No, it's
Okay.
not speaker.
All right.
It's on my ear. You can hear me saying like, "Oh, it went to the Avery home." You have to be fucking insane. I'm guessing like James would know why, but Quinn wouldn't.
I'm not too familiar with the Averys. Are they in the
I don't see 'em in
NPC
the,
codex?
No.
These are they're the biggest. Like, he'll pull the phone away from his face. They're like the biggest dickheads in town, or at least they used to be. I don't know if they've gotten better, but like, oh my god.
Oh, well, I used to be a teacher, so I guess that this the
Like you
Avery
would know.
boys come to mind. They were troubled kids in
Yeah.
school, probably.
Now they were the rich dicks.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like and the parents were like, "Oh, my child can do no wrong," type parents.
Oh boy, those people are history. They're
Honestly, depending on what kind of household they have, father might have been the old tough one. The reason they're bullying just because of how tough he was to them. Never know. No, they could just end up being the rich kids.
Okay. Everyone's still here?
No.
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 Yeah, no.
Okay.
Everybody is gone except me, apparently.
Oh my god. Ow.
I might actually have to go pretty soon. Not gonna lie.
No, we're gonna end at midnight. If you're good with that.
Yep.
Your midnight.
Hour midnight, yes, Eastern. So in
Okay.
25 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right, real good.
We're good. So, starting back up, let's see here. Yes, you're told to leave the horse be.
Yeah. All right, guys.
So what do we do now?
We're supposed. Hey, Gabe, what do you want us to do now?
Honestly, I say just take care and do whatever you have to. I have to take care of pertinent
We-
business right now.
What do we have to? What's that supposed to mean, dog? Are you telling me to kill the horse?
No.
He just says, no, I meant like go to your house that you say you have bought, or just go
Yeah.
back to the bar and drink wherever you want to, or
Alright, guys.
take care of other stuff.
Gabe, the other three are like stuck on a case right now. They're over at the old people's house.
Yep.
He said either go home or keep on drinking. What do you guys want to do?
Let's go back to the bar.
All right. Also, Mr. Kaufman, what the fuck are you doing with your student? Hanging out with your students?
Weirdo.
Wrong place at the right time, I guess.
All right. How you been, man?
Plus, you guys were some of my favorite students.
Even me.
Even you, yes.
Aw.
All right.
Shucks,
See.
you're gonna make me blush.
We'll say that you guys make a Yui and
Start driving back to White Horse Inn.
yes. Meanwhile, at the Morgan farmstead, you have just waited long enough for not only the paramedics as well as the North Wales Police Force to arrive, the investigative unit, and potentially...
I'd also be, when
Go
the paramedics get there, I'd also be having them take a look at the farmhand.
Okay. Yeah, they as soon as they get there, they rush out of their truck and open up the back doors, pull out a gurney, and bring it over to you, and you kind of open up the back door of Gabriel's squad car and gently pull him out. He's still kind of mumbling to himself. You roll me a spot hidden.
Me too.
Yes. You'll be right there, I'm sure. So
That was a fail.
That's a success.
regular. Okay.
Regular.
All right.
Tommy says he needs to leave. Off topic of the game, sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, man, my sister's really tired, and we're sharing a room, so I don't really want to be a dick.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You-
I'll definitely be in for full session next time.
Okay. Oh, is she just staying with you for now? Oh, right. You're up in.
No, because I'm at a hotel, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
okay.
it was my dad's class reunion. He's like, it's a birthday present. I'll let you. You have like, you can go fuck around. And you guys will have your own room and whatever the fuck, and you guys can have fun. And we bought into me. I was like, okay.
I mean, yeah, free room.
Exactly, a free hotel stay and booze and whatnot. So, yeah. Have a good night, guys. Fun
too.
session.
Have a good night.
See you guys.
No,
Yeah,
Bye.
we'll be finishing this
Night.
up here shortly.
Okay,
We'll put it in the notes. See you. Bye. Okay. So yes, Gabriel. As Kate pulls Gavin out of the back seat, you're getting a good look at his face, and you see almost kind of wincing eye movements. Like you can see his right eye is closing, half closing, fully open, closing, half closed. Just kind of sporadic, like he's going through some kind of weird... You're not sure if it's like an episode, or if he is wincing in pain, or if it's something else. But both of you roll me a psychology, or a psychoanalysis roll.
okay. Failed.
Oh no!
I was
Oh,
Oh,
2
close.
points away from a regular.
Do you want to push it?
How do I push it again?
So pushing it is basically just describing what you think you would do to really try and get this to succeed. And pushing it just kind of allows you to roll it again, but if you fail, there's going to be consequences.
Sure, I'll do that.
All right, you're
What
pushing it. What are you doing?
She sees the twitching eye, and she is going to think back to all of her studies, her DSM-5 manual, the whole thing, and try and really concentrate on what is happening right now.
Okay. Oh my god.
Yay!
there you go.
Hey.
All right.
There's kind of a bit of a moment where, like you said, you remember it's like case files, different recordings of stops, vehicle stops, and house searches, and different interactions with potential criminals over some caseworks that you have pored over the years. And there's indications that he is exhibiting that lead you to believe that he's probably not okay. And you see him kind of wince in pain, it looks like he closes his eyes and grits his teeth. And he jerks his head to one side, angled a little bit, and then jerks it back up towards the sky, like his face is looking up. And he just goes, how can you not hear it? And you can see him trying to flex, and I mean, you think that he's potentially trying to break out of his handcuffs.
I'm going to let the paramedics and the police that are nearby know that. I'm pretty sure he's trying to break out.
How can you not hear it? And he's shifting his shoulders around, and he's trying to move his weight around to get some kind of leverage.
We need somebody to hold him.
He
We
says,
need a restraint.
says no, you... and a couple of the cops rush in, and even some of the paramedics. In fact, you can see...
Do they have any sedatives?
Not on hand, not for that. At least you would know that out of experience. They don't typically carry super coma-inducing stuff on hand.
Mm-hmm.
That's more for a psych ward.
Okay. That's where he needs to go.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's definitely where he needs to go. And he just says, and a couple of cops grab him by the arms. One paramedic rushes in. He just says, no! And he thrusts his head forward and headbutts the paramedic, and he reels back. It seems he got him right in the nose. He falls back into the mud and gets dirty. The cops just say, hey, that was uncalled for. And they just kind of wrestle him to the ground a little bit.
And she's telling the cops that this happened. He's not in his right mind. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Kate, you know protocol. We can't exactly let that slide.
I understand, but be gentle.
Have it your way. And they just kind of muscle him to a standing position and bring him over to one of their squad cars. He says, no, you can't. You gotta let me go. I gotta get away from here. And as they shove him in the back seat, all you can hear is him kind of like screaming out, almost in pain, and slamming his knees against the back partition and kind of banging his head around and just overall shaking the vehicle.
He's going through some psychotic break or psychosis.
One of the cops comes over, presumably the driver of the vehicle. Actually, you know him. His name is Steven. You just know him as Steven. You don't really know his last name because there's a number of people in the force that you don't pay attention to specifically. But you do know his first name is Steve. And he says, alright, then maybe you can fucking tell me what the fuck just happened.
I believe he witnessed the murder. If he did not commit the murder, I think he witnessed it, and that caused a psychotic break, and he needs to go inpatient right away.
That's several fucking towns over. Alright, looks like it's going to be a long night. Well then, Kate, take care. Gabe, always good to see you under these circumstances.
He nods.
And he just walks back to his car. The guy's still screaming out loud. You're not really quite sure what he's saying, but you can hear words such as sound and the scream. And the guy starts up his vehicle and pulls away, and several other units remain behind to obviously process the scene. And the coroner also arrives after the paramedics do their thing. And at this point, the coroner would bring the body over to Overton Surgery. They do process bodies. And after like spending another hour or two just waiting on scene while everything is processed, I mean, about 10 o'clock or so, we're going to switch over to the other group real quick. What do you guys do after abandoning the horse? You go to the White Horse Inn, so...
Yeah, we're heading back to the bar.
Okay. Then we will do this. Here's your voices again, Jeff, so don't go crazy.
Okay, yeah, that was creeping me out the first time around.
Jeff's hearing voices now. Great.
So at this point,
game's
you
getting
guys...
to me.
I know. At this point, you guys arrive at the White Horse, and there's a good-sized crowd here. This is when everyone in the locality just gathers, you know, around this time. And I believe it is... Hang on, let me look at the date. I believe it's a Friday.
I think that was what it was. It was September 3rd or something, wasn't it?
It's the 6th. I'll have to look at it in Chronica. Oh, it's right here. Campaign calendar. It is
It's
Friday.
a Friday. It's
yes.
the 6th.
Okay. There's a couple of patrons that look at you as you enter. Two of them you know. Patrick signals you from the bar. I mean, he's pretty swamped. There's a whole group that have taken up all the stools in front of it. And even a good majority of the tables are full. There are a couple that have been left vacant. One of them is full of beer bottles and different glasses that have been semi-finished. That have not been cleaned up yet. And then there's one table that looks to be somewhat freshly wiped down by Patrick.
All right. And does Patrick come to us, or do we have to go up to him for beers?
Usually you guys would go to him, but this time because he's swamped, he actually sees you, and he very quickly moves away from the bar after talking to a few patrons. You kind of, after he waves to you, you can hear him say, I'll be right back. And he walks around the bar, heads on over to the table where you guys sit down, and he says, all right, what the fuck?
It's a
Where-
crazy night, huh, Patrick?
Well, it just seems that all these people are just, I don't know, they're in here for a point or two, that's for sure. I don't know why. I mean, obviously, there's recent events to take into consideration. But he looks bushed, for sure. He's been moving around a lot. He actually takes a seat in the booth next to you guys. He says, so, rough night?
You better believe it.
Yeah, we were chasing a horse.
No luck though.
Right.
We got a phone call from Gabriel and Kate, and they asked us to back off once we made it up to the Avery farmstead.
Pretty sure something's going down at the farm, at the Morgan farmstead, though.
Well, I can't presume to know that really anything about what goes on in these town of ours, but they speak their minds when they come in here. And
Have you heard anything tonight?
I've heard talk, yeah. There's been some interesting developments. I mean, I'm just sitting in the bar helping with, getting drinks and food and such. You hear things.
Anything out of the ordinary?
Call it me instincts. But there is something worthy of note here.
What's that?
He leans in and he says, have any of you been having headaches?
Not me, no.
No. Why do you ask?
Seems it's just something that is going around. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's I don't know, it could be just simply the common cold. But it is the topic of the night.
Anybody here that's currently experiencing that?
Well, pick anyone out of the crowd. Just, yonder, that one. They all, at least from what I've been hearing, they've all been talking about just having these persistent headaches.
Does
anybody
James
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I was wondering, does James remember the video at all? Because he just watched it that night and saw
I do.
everybody get headaches before freaking out.
I was just going to bring something up like that, so you beat me to it. Anyways, not all of this seems coincidental. A lot of this seems very connected to me. Between the headaches, the horse, and I haven't shared this with anybody else, but I received a parcel in the mail this morning with a USB thumb drive in it, and it had a video on it. And the video...
He lights up a cigarette.
Yes. I saw some things that I can't explain. And none of it was natural.
So,
And
unnatural, you say?
Unnatural. Okay, let me just cut right to the chase. I saw people being killed by other people. A whole crowd of people killing each other.
What the fuck?
Not even the next town over.
Are you talking about Penley?
In Penley, yes.
Fuck
Hundreds
me.
of people were killed. It was
Yeah.
I can't explain what happened. It seems like it just started out of nowhere, and
You
people
have proof of this, you say?
went. I do. I have the thumb drive with me. Do I have my laptop with me?
I don't know. Do you have your laptop with you?
I always carry it with me.
All right, then you do.
Can we bring this somewhere more private? I don't want to scare people around us.
He says, he takes a drag off his cigarette. Sure. Come back this way.
All right, I'll bring
And
my group with me.
You all,
And,
come along. Bring your beers too.
what I'm about to show you cannot leave this room.
He says, yeah, I understand. And he brings you to sort of the back room where he keeps, we'll bring the crowd voices down a little bit here. And it's sort of this back room where he keeps a lot of casks and different stocks on beer and supplies and such. And there is a bit of a portion of shelving that is free of anything obstructing. Like, you could just put your laptop right on that. And
all right, I'll do that.
Yep.
I'm gonna boot up my laptop and plug in the thumb drive.
Yep. And it's solid state, so that shit just boots right up. And you access the file. And roll me a spot hidden real quick, just cause.
Spot hidden?
Yeah.
All right, 1 second.
I just want to see something. Okay, that's all right. So you click on the file and load up your video player, and the file loads up, and as usual, just as it was before, there's a little bit of a dark blank screen before the feed kicks in, and just as it was before, the carnage unfolds. And as Patrick is watching, he just has his hand over his mouth, and you can see his fucking soul fracturing in his eyes as he's watching everybody kill themselves and each other. And you can even see a little bit of tears welling up. And he says, "Fuck me."
Yeah, I don't know where this came from. It was sent to me this morning. There was no return address from the envelope.
Yeah, needless to say, I'm not going to roll his sanity roll, but he failed his sanity roll.
Understandably so.
Well, this is the first time I'm seeing this video too.
Correct.
Yeah,
so
I
would need
I
you
told you about the
yes,
video.
I
but
would need you to
didn't
roll
show
it,
to you.
please. Definitely a sanity roll for me, please.
Where's sanity?
So sanity should be in your
Yep.
characteristics.
Yeah, it's up by like your intelligence and all that.
It's right there.
Oh.
It doesn't have sanity. It's
Yeah, I just got dashes. Does that matter?
Oh, that's weird.
Must not have added it.
Interesting. Let me look here. Hang on.
Was it 45 for everybody?
No, it goes based off of your stats. Mine says I have 50. I think it goes based off intelligence or education or something like that. I don't remember.
Yeah.
My glasses just fucking fell apart. Interesting.
Uh-oh.
What the fuck? What is happening?
You lost a screw.
Yeah, well, I know I have the screw
We
right
all
here.
are using screws.
Exactly.
Well, those screws now.
So you're.
The shirt.
Ooh. Okay, so I believe your sanity. Let me just look here. I'm opening up the investigate just very quickly. Occupations, blah blah blah, characteristics. Alright, power, education, luck, age, size.
Magic points.
See, this is why I need to.
Sanity points begin the game equal to the character's power. Power also dictates the character's number of magic points.
55. Your sanity
So
is
do we go to
55 out of 55, and
mode?
then what you're going to do is, once you fill that in, click.
in this one or the left one?
On the right side will be your.
The right is your total, and the left is your current.
So right now it's 55.
Okay. So this is.
So put 55 on your sanity on the left side too.
Oh, it's supposed
Because you
to.
haven't lost anything yet. So
Okay. So both should say 55.
yeah.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah, because it's like you have 55 sanity out of 55.
So now,
Hard success, of course.
where?
Okay.
So now, wow. Okay.
You've seen some shit, but this is
You,
fine.
I will say, roll me a 1d4, please. So /roll space 1d4.
/roll space 1d4.
Yep. Oh.
Nope.
Slash
Put a
roll.
slash in the front. Yeah.
Roll 1d4.
Or /R. That's what I do.
Okay, there, 4. All right. So you, as this video unfolds, you're going to really cringe, and you're finding this very hard to watch. And you're going to lose 4 sanity points.
Crap. Alright, so go into edit and just change that to 51 then.
Current, yes. So the
Yeah,
left one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think successes in sanity just make it so you lose less sanity than you do if you don't.
There, yes, correct. There are options
You're always
where.
going to lose the gun.
Well, not necessarily. There are moments where you can lose 0.
No. Okay.
Like if you find yourself with, I believe it's.
You're correct.
Yeah, there's something that you can get that allows you to not lose sanity after viewing dead bodies and stuff like that.
I think it has to do with like your career. Like it has to make sense to your character though, because like.
Correct.
Like Crazy and I would probably get that, but somebody who doesn't work with dead bodies all the time wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
All right, so as this all unfolds, roll me, everybody, a spot hidden.
We're still at the crime scene, right?
Yeah.
Well, not everybody, the people watching the video.
Damn it.
Is Tommy and Alphonse watching too?
Yes, let me go ahead and roll. Tommy, I would imagine you're gonna roll. Oh wait, he's gone. Shit. I gotta roll
Yeah.
for him.
For him, too.
You forget.
Shit. Why is this not? There we go. Alright, so he is going to roll. Spot hidden.
There we go.
And then Quinn, you got yours. And then we got Alphonse, who is going to roll a spot hidden. Wait, why is this not doing? This is crazy.
Are you using the D20 app?
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm on my computer right now. It's just
Is
not.
the edit mode tick?
Yep. Oh no, it's not. Okay, here we go.
Did you hit
kaboom.
okay?
Damn.
There you go. Wow.
He just blinded by the
That actually is a critical failure, but
Oof.
that's really not going to matter at this point because she's not here. But
Wait, do Tommy and Alphonse also have to roll sanities?
they should, yes.
Yeah.
Oof.
Do we want to actually just have them? What we can do is
We just have them roll it when they come in
let's have
next
them roll it
time.
when they come in. Yeah, let's have this scene sort of end in mid video as
Cliffhanger.
everyone is
Big
kind of
cliffhanger.
viewing it. So we'll pick that up next time.
Cliffhanger.
I hope everyone here will come to understand that I confirm myself to be the master of cliffhangers.
Mm-hmm.
So far, good.
So yeah, glad you guys enjoyed that. I know I did.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Where is my? There we go.
It's only day 2 and we already found a body.
Yep.